Hey guys, hello, my name is Paul from the YouTube channel Tastes Seoul Good, and I'm coming to you live right here from cold Seoul, South Korea. So if you're interested in learning more about Korean culture and living here as an expat, and especially about the Korean food scene, we try to deep dive into some unique things that maybe nobody else is going to be showing you, then you'll want to head on over to my YouTube channel and check it out. And as an added bonus, guys, you might get to see this cute little man right here as well.
All right. Did you need anything before we start? Or
no, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
If you hear him snoring, just tell me.
Okay, no worries.
You're passed out.
All right, Paul, thank you so much for collaborating with my channel, and I'm really excited to get into a little bit of your channel, Tastes Seoul Good. I think that you started your channel, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, in summer of 2018.
Yeah, 2018,
so just
yeah.
a little over 2 years.
Yeah, I think I watched your first video, and then I've been like binge watching the rest of it. And I think just in terms of your editing style, it's like, I mean, it's like a big jump, and I think from your videos from then till now, it's been an amazing evolution just from, you know, when I first started to contact you, because you commented on one of my other videos.
Yeah.
It's been just amazing watching your content, and I think I definitely want more people to know about your channel, as well as get to know you a little bit more personally as an influencer.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm really, I was really pleased when I first ran across your video, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, I liked your concept and your delivery. So it's,
thank you.
It's an honor to be invited to hang out with you virtually today. Yeah, so basically, I feel like this is kind of a letdown, but I'm really boring. Like, I'm a really boring person. Like, I like food, and I like beer, and I like dogs. Like, those three things are like the key to my happiness. So if I can make something that's like a food plus dogs plus beer, maybe a beach. I like beaches as well. And Britney, I like Britney Spears.
Yeah.
All the bees, I guess. But yeah, like, my life's really not that cool. Like, a lot of what I show on camera is kind of the epitome, really, of who I am. Like, it's just, I'm kind of a calm person, I guess. I especially as time has gone by, and I think Korea itself has really made me more reserved in a strange way. It's made me more outgoing in certain ways, and in other ways it's made me just more reserved. I think a lot of it also has to do with, I don't know if you know that much about Korean nightlife. Like, Korean nightlife is like crazy.
Yes.
And I indulged in that for a while. And then as I've gotten a little bit older, and I think especially once I started picking up YouTube, I was like, I don't have time to go out clubbing or like go to the bars or go, you know, like drinking all night. And like, when Koreans say like I was drinking all night, like, I come from like Indiana. Like, if you say like I was out all night, it means you're out to like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. last call. No, Koreans don't joke around, you guys. They say I was out all night. It means like you open the door to the club and it's daylight. Like, the sun literally comes up. Like, you literally stay out all night. And then you can go down to like these basement clubs that open at 7 a.m.
Wow.
That have no windows, you know, and like you keep the party going till noon. Like, so I enjoyed all that, but I was like, I really don't have the time to do this anymore. And so I had to kind of give up a lot, I think, in order to create content and travel around, because sometimes I have to get up at like 4 a.m. to catch a bus down, you know, 6 hours down south on a Saturday morning to go film a few vlogs, and then, you know, come back the next night. Like, I don't have time to mess around with that stuff. So a lot of times the highlight of my week is what you're seeing in the video. So like that experience. Otherwise, it's spent, taking my dog to the park. It's spent teaching English, and it's spent editing and researching and doing subtitles and all of the not so fun stuff that you don't see behind the scenes.
Definitely, yeah.
But yeah, if I do enjoy traveling, like I do miss during the pandemic not being able to just go out and explore. As much as I love Korean food and I love discovering Korea, I love discovering other cultures as well. So I started the channel back in 2018. It's almost like I wanted to be a YouTuber my whole life, like even pre the YouTube existence. So as a kid, I was always very fascinated by like the Discovery Channel and National Geographic. And then growing up, I love watching, because I grew up in the States, obviously, a lot of watching the Travel Channel and travel hosts like Samantha Brown and like all these people. I became obsessed with like Andrew Zimmern back in the late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. And especially Anthony Bourdain.
Yes.
And his show No Reservations, which ultimately kind of gave me I watched a show with him about Korea back 2008, 2009, something like that. And it really sparked an interest in me to move to Korea. And literally that's part of the reason I watched this show so many times. I got the courage. I moved over to Korea for the first time in 2009. And was fascinated with it, loved it. But as YouTube evolved, I became more and more, I don't want to say obsessed, but I became much more fascinated with food vloggers like, Best Ever Food Review Show, who got started actually right here in this neighborhood that I'm talking about right now. He started right here a few years ago and it's moved on. He's an English teacher. People like Mike Chen and the Food Ranger and Mina Oh, and just all these people that David's been here, Sam and Audrey. They also started here in Seoul. Drew Binsky, he also started here in Seoul. So a lot of just people who were getting paid to go travel and explore and see new foods. And it's like, it's amazing. I want to do that.
And I used to be a big Travel Channel freak as well, in terms of like watching all the different travel shows, especially food. I was also very into like the rankings of theme parks and stuff like that. And Anthony Bourdain was also one of my favorite people to watch on that show, and rest in peace. But yeah, I think him and especially Andrew Zimmern, just going out and trying all of these what we would consider in the States to be crazy foods to eat.
Exactly.
And just showing the world what it means to step out of your comfort zone and to see other cultures, I thought was very, very interesting. And I think it's really awesome that you explained your whole meaning behind you creating your channel. And I think I can kind of see that develop in your videos now that I think about it.
So what I want to create are more, I want to create the type of content that I like watching, the type of content that I like to consume. And most of those are doing like 15 to 20 minute vlogs where you are seeing, multiple things and multiple maybe destinations. And there's facts and there's opinions and there's experiences and it's a story. And that's what I really would love to do and aim to do in the future. But as of now, it's mostly about food and the stories that food can tell. So if you click on, Korean food on YouTube, you're gonna get a lot of, oh my God, kimchi so spicy, and oh my God, Korean barbecue so yummy, right? And there's not a lot of people that are really trying to get out into, away from all the touristy things and the things that are really well known. So I love visiting the local markets. Like Korea's got these amazing markets, and a lot of them are really similar, but each one has a different story and a different atmosphere, and there's got a different specialty. So even in Seoul, there's quite a few markets, but they Hey, excuse me. Sorry, somebody's jealous.
It's okay.
But each one has a different, different specialty and different things you can learn. So as I travel throughout Korea, I always try to go to the local markets. And I would love to try to connect more with the locals and bring them on camera. But I find that Koreans, for the most part, kind of camera shy, and they don't really like having a camera just shoved into their face.
Yeah.
Which I understand. As time evolves, I feel like it's so hard to say right now because the type of content that I want to create just is getting harder to do with the pandemic.
Definitely.
So I'm trying to use this time to kind of hone in on more like editing skills and SEO and things like that. So hopefully, though, in the future, I'm going to be have more time to explore Korea and the things that people don't know about and the hidden attractions, things like that. Living in Korea, I mean, I love it here. Like I live in like the center of Seoul, and I work in the center of Seoul, and I just have access to so much. And it's almost like the longer that I stay out of my home country, the less connected I feel to it. And so I think part of it too is, having a job and having, friendships, having pets here, all of that. I just, you get into an experience, right? When you're new, you first move here, everything's so exciting and everything's so fresh and wonderful. And then after a while, you get everything's normal, right? So